What's good, y'all? You have now entered the agency. I'm your host, Mensah Bey, and I'm here with my boy Will. Do the peace sign. I'm gonna through it. And we just get some art conversation, get some art interview. I met Will in the art streets. Honestly, I can't call it the exact date or moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's just through mutual friends being at events and being like, yo.
Yeah.
Even we just talk about like that moment at the third Thursday. But I feel like even before that, just being in those settings, we spot each other out.
Right, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, I'm about to start rocking with that dude over there. I see him at all the joints that I be at.
That was definitely true.
You know what I mean?
That's definitely
I see him hollering, talking to my peoples. That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah. I mean, like I said earlier, I'm pretty sure I just rubbed off on your personality. Like you come around, big energy, show people, show love. And it's like, all right, cool, I can respond to that. But I ain't gonna start with it.
Nah, it's true though. You gotta vibe with people if you're gonna kick it with them. You know what I'm saying? So
whole fact.
That's all I'm about.
So hopefully I'm gonna learn a lot from this conversation that I haven't already learned.
Likewise.
And we get into that, but we get into the real basic interview questions. Since this is about art, what would you say or describe as your artist origin? What got you rolling?
So my fathers and their brothers were all renderers. They drew and shit. My uncle Mike actually, he was in and out of jail, but he could do photorealistic renderings of anything. And I had a knack for it as a kid, and then as a little kid in the preteen, it got me in trouble because I was always drawing in class instead of paying attention.
Yeah, why they always hating on that, bro?
They actually thought that I was slow. Yeah, they wanted to put me in classes and stuff and put me on Ritalin. And my mom, she
sound like 1990s.
For real.
Sound like the 90s. Everybody on Ritalin.
Bro, I came home one day, my mom was like, look, I'm taking away your drawing book and you better get your grades up. Have these people stop calling me. Yeah. And I was like, oh, all right. What you gonna say? You're a little kid. And I went in there and got B's. I was failing. And I went in there and got B's for that little quarter or whatever. Yeah. And she finally gave it back to me and I was like, great boy. It's just enough so they wouldn't call it. But they went back down because I was like, yo, man, you can't take my drawing book from me. And that's everything. I used to sketch it and do everything. Yeah. And then it was whatever in high school. Took a couple art classes, but honestly, when my road ended with football, because I played football for a long time, and I was trying I was a collegiate athlete for a while. Mm-hmm. I went to school, it fell through, and honestly, I was down on my luck. I got into some trouble, and then one of my aunts was like, look, she was like, I'm going to help you out because, I owe money in Richmond, not Richmond, but Maryland for school because I was, thinking about just moving to Richmond. And she was like, I'm going to help you out. So she helped me pay off my, old tuition. And then I went to school. I put myself through TCC and then was going to transfer back into ODU to try to continue the football thing. I was so I did this is how it all came about. I did all my prereqs at TCC a full year, summer and everything, full time. It was working 2 jobs. And I was like, all right, well I'm not spending 2 years at TCC. That's just gonna be more money than I need. I just turned 24, so I can be considered independent. Right. And I was like, I'm gonna see if I get in. I got in, went to ODU, was going to try do the whole football thing. But because I took all my prereqs, all I could do was take classes to a major. I was like, all right, I'm going to do graphic design. So I started doing drawing classes and stuff like that. Well, I got put on academic probation because it's kind of hard to keep up with a regiment and do those classes. I didn't realize how hard the art classes were going to be. And one night when I was filling out my courses, I just saw, I knew what I was going to be in for, and I had to pick and choose. I was like, you either try football still with this academic running over your head, you about to be put on probation. You get kicked out. There's nobody that's going to help you because this is on you. And I was like, I got to choose.
Yeah.
So I chose art. And then I just went down that rabbit hole, and I ended up double majoring because I switched. And then just it was like a tumble effect, downhill snowball. I just kept trying different shit, got hooked up with different people. You start seeing me in the art scene, and I was like, all right, let me see if I can do this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get a degree that I can't use.
Right.
And it was serendipitous because I had quit my job at the beach too. I was my car broke down. I was on hard times and shit. And I was I was getting homegirls, girlfriends, my mom to drive me out to the beach for work. And that shit wasn't working out. And I was just we was getting these kids in there, and they was paying these kids more than me, and I was training them, and they was they'll sit there and just do massive amounts of drugs, come in, veg out. Drooling type veg out, and nobody was saying them because they were friends of a friend type thing. I quit. I was y'all got till school starts, and I'm out. I didn't know what I was gonna be doing. I didn't know where I was gonna be working.
Yeah.
And I was just I was peddling my work. I was selling prints here and there, little drawings here and there, little glass pieces, pay rent. And I was I got one more semester to cover my rent stuff before I can before I actually have to work full time and try to get this joint. And I remember I was my roommate at the time, he was cause I started glass blowing. And it was because I did our prereqs, so I had to take just classes to fill spots. So I was taking everything. So if you look
to be full time at school.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I couldn't take anything else because why am I going to take anything that didn't pertain? Because everything funneled back into it. So So long story on that, short, ended up taking enough classes to major in photography, drawing and design, minor in art history, and if they would have allowed it, I would have been a triple major with wood design. So I took a lot of shit.
Yeah.
But it was only because I didn't have any other courses to take.
Yeah. That makes sense to where I see where.
Right.
I could do this.
Right.
And that.
Right.
It was yo.
Right.
I'm over here recording this, but then tomorrow I gotta go put some artwork up.
Yeah.
I gotta go put up some walls over at this spot.
Yeah, bro. That's exactly why, man.
And I'm recognizing yo, man. That's what I said. I do all of that.
Right?
So, yo, Mess, I seen you paint yesterday. Now yeah, I'm just talking to guests about museum stuff.
Yeah, man. Yeah. When you dig your fingers and all types of stuff, it just works. But yeah, so my roommate asked me to go to, so I did a TA or assistantship at the glass studio.
Yeah. And
my roommate was one of the glass instructors at the time. He was yo, you want to come help me on this commission for this artist? And he was I just need big hands because I was he was turning something big, so he needed a turner. And I went up there and I ended up meeting this dude named Matt. So he was chopping it up, and the dude Matt was so what do you do? Blah, blah, blah. I started talking me up. I didn't know who this guy was or anything.
Yeah.
But he was I was yeah, I do this, that, and another. And he was oh yeah? He was I might have some work for you. I think I need some graphic design stuff done. And I was okay. So I was whatever, blah, blah, blah. We went out for drinks. I left my ID. So I had to dip out, go get my ID because I was freaked out about it when in the middle of the bar. It was it was at a 7-Eleven or something like that. So I came back and I'm sitting there having my drink or whatever. He's yeah, you know what? I'm gonna talk to you. Get my number from Josh and blah 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 blah. We'll get up. He ended up calling me. It was so the guy that was getting the graphic design work, he hit me back. Yeah. So I don't have any work. And I was oh shoot, okay. why you calling me then? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm not saying this to him, but like, then he was like, so, but you ever grinding glass? Like, you ever cold worked? And I was like, no, I mean, besides the little stuff at the studio, no. Yeah. And he was like, well, do you want to? And I was like, yeah, sure. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no money. Like, I need some bread. So he was like, all right, meet me here at 8:30. So I'm like, I borrow my mom's car. I drive down there. He's like going to the studio. It's in the back of a mini storage place. But he retrofitted into like a cold shop. You know anything about cold shop? It's like, you know, cold processing of like, you know, blown or hot work glass. Yeah. And he was like, yeah, I want you to, you know, do this and this to the glass. And he was like showing me the tools and stuff like that. He was like, all right, you good? And I was like, yeah, sure. So I'm like sitting there for like hours just grinding. He was like, because he told me how he wanted it laid out. And I was like, all right, I can do that fair enough. And I did that for like 4 or 5 hours. He came back. He was like, all right. Yeah. He's like, okay. So you never did it before? I was like, nah. He was like, all right. Well, want to come back tomorrow, finish this up? And I was like, yeah, sure. Like, so I came, like, forgot how it happened. We ended up talking or whatever, shooting the shit, something. Came back the next day, then just turned into a thing where he just, like, kept, like, having me come back. And then, like, one day he just sat down and was like, so he was like, you costing me too much money. And I was like, what you mean? And he was like, I got to put you on payroll. I was like, okay. Like, yeah, I'm locked in now. And he put me on payroll and, like, I worked for him. So, dude, Matt Fine, like, does, like, OK Spark Gallery and all that stuff. And, like, he's big in Running Meat. Like, he's, like, the runner of Running Meat Corporation, which, like, so many properties and stuff. Yeah, that's a fact. But he does these large-scale glass sculptures. Mm-hmm. And I helped him polish and create and cast these sculptures for, like, 4 or 5 years. And as it be serendipitous that, like, you know, I had my foot in photography and shit. He kind of, like, gave me, like, a stepping stone into, like, WHRO. Yeah. Because I told him I was, like, looking to get, like, an internship there. Yeah. His freaking brother worked there. Ran the freaking, like, production department. Yeah. So I ended up getting an interview with the lighting director, a guy named Greg Carter. And we sat down, and I swear, like, when I walked in the studio, we go up to the stage, we got this big, huge shag couch. And first, when he said, I was like, man, this was like the set of between two ferns. And we sat there and talked, and I showed him my portfolio, and he saw, like, you know, my black and white photography, and he, like, offered me a job on the spot, not an internship. So it just kind of, like, yeah, dog. And that's how, like, I got started, like, for real.
It's like, it's a nice long story.
Yeah. It was a little long-winded. I apologize.
Yeah, no, it was a heck of a journey. That's why you know, it feels like that paint right there.
Right, bro.
That paint's all about journeys. So
it was like I was standing off a cliff looking at, like, possibilities type deal. And it was like, what's it gonna be? Like, yeah, man. Yeah. And then that shit just snowballed. Like, I had already, like, wanted to, like, try to, like, do, like, a little company or whatever. Right. And that's how Bonehead Media and shit just got started. Right. So clean. Yeah. That's clean.